What's going on, everybody? Fred Hurt Jr. here, 901. Well, family, it's been a minute since I've been on YouTube. Been over a month, and life been lifing, like always. And uh, like always, I try to give myself a break. I always, try to not exert myself because, like I said, I'm still working my job and I'm doing my acting gigs and I'm a real actor on a set in a production company, not just doing YouTube and saying I'm an actor. No, that's not a movie. YouTube is not a movie. I don't get it what some content creators talking about. I'm talking about, are you in a production? Do you have a manager and actor? You're not an actor unless you are in a production. You have your own production or you're in a movie. YouTube is not a movie. That's delusional. It's like me saying I am a doctor and I ain't took the bar. Oh God, it just the delusion of people is ain't nothing wrong with having some confidence in it, but you stop trying to keep up with to my Jones is more like the Jetsons. Stop trying to keep up with people. Just be you. Go at your speed. That's what I do. I go at my speed. I can accept certain people ahead of me. I can accept it. Some people just can't accept. Well, I can't let you beat me. I can't let you. Man, look. Somebody always gonna have more than you. Someone always gonna, you know, have more intelligence or more material things. It is what it is. All we can do is best we can. And speaking of that, I'm always promoting my coffee and tea brand. Got my shirt here. Fred Hurt Jr. FHJ Coffee and Tea. You know. Ain't nothing stopping nothing over here. You know. People think they know who you are and they don't know nothing. Won't even ask you a question. But see, they won't ask because what? You know how it goes, ladies and gentlemen. The jealousy and envy runs rapid. I don't like you because I can't process your energy. I'm not closed. I'm closed. I'm not. You're not closed minded like I am. All I know I do is copy off people. But anyways, it's insane, man. I'm saying life is life. But before I get started with the title of today, go on the community posts, and I got my website once again. Fred Hurt FSJ Coffee. Here you go. This is the French vanilla right here. Got different kinds of flavors and stuff. This is the variety pack I have as well. Uh, so, go check that out. You got a lot of Peru, Mexican, all kinds of. So just check the website out. You got a lot of variety. And also got the ones guys who like to do the Keurigs. I got the Keurig pack. So that's good. And espresso. So I just didn't bring none with me today, but y'all get the picture. Just go to the website. It'll tell you. You can take it from there. Thank you. But welcome. If there's any new subscribers, welcome to my channel. Like I said, once again, I'm Fred Jr., 901 from Memphis, Tennessee, born and bred here. And I've been on YouTube for a while. Not staying consistent with it because, like I said, this is not my main page I'm on. I'm mostly on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Lemon. God, they got so many pages now. You can't keep up with all of them. Twitter X. I got all those pages and stuff. So I try to come on here whenever I can. And try to update you guys on what's going on with me. And so the title of this particular video is "Breaking the Generational Curse of My Bloodline." Yeah. Now, most people over the years already know my story, but the people who don't know my story, or somebody told you lies, and nobody wanted to come to me and talk to me, it's funny how somebody gonna tell you about your life without asking you any questions. They just want to just make up some stuff because what? You're black, so you got to be in poverty. You're black because you got to be in this. That's the first thing they. Just because you black, everybody ain't come from no hood, man. I came from middle class. That's why I'm so articulate. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I ain't got nothing against guys who come from the project, because there's some good brothers and good sisters over there in the project. Good people. It just life be lifing. I learned that. I learned to be more patient with people. Because 5 years ago, I didn't have the patience I have now. My patience was very thin. But I'm very patient now. And people don't understand, I have upgraded. I've grown from the old me. I had an old page, man, where, that I had 5 years ago, and I deactivated, or I thought I deactivated, and found out people who in secret competition with me, who can't stand my guts, sending people, doing all kinds of crazy stuff, trying to take my identity, destiny swap, which is foolish. Nobody can do that. But see, the only people who can do that is people who don't believe in God, and see, I believe in God, and they don't want to take accountability that they screwed up big time. But, they're going to pay for it. They ain't getting away with nothing. Everybody involved, and I learned one thing: when you ahead of the curve with a lot of people, when you ahead of the curve, they going to laugh and think it's funny. They're going to laugh and say, hey, look here, you crazy. What's wrong with you? You, you're not thinking like us. So and so. I'm glad I don't think like you. Because if I really listen to people, I'm talking about really listen to family, friends, people I grew up with, I would not be the man here today if I truly listen to every single word people have told me. I'm very selective. Even then, I was selective. Now, at times, I might went too far with certain things, and people who might probably meant well, I should have listened to them. But like I say, when you being attacked by the enemy, by demons, for instance, let's say it's just you by yourself, nobody backing you but the Most High. Now, don't get me wrong, God's spirit, but nobody in human being flesh is backing you. And you got 100 people coming at you. 10 of those people are your supporters, supposed to be your supporters. 90 people attacking you verbally, physically, spiritually, everything, nonstop, day in, day out. You ain't getting no rest. You think I'm finna hear 10 people who's supposed to be my supporters, and I'm getting attacked by 90? And I'm getting attacked, and I'm supposed to hear to your word? And then turn around, I'm going off on everybody because I don't trust nobody. I'm being attacked. I don't know who to trust. Too many people came up to me, smiling, pretend to be my friend, wanting to be cool with me just to get close to jab at me. Or get close to me, find out information, go back, tell the whole damn world what's going on. They thought I wasn't going to figure that out. Hell, Ray Charles can figure that out after a while. Stevie Wonder can see that after a while. You think they're like, well, he by himself, who ain't nobody on his side, who, what he gonna do? He gonna figure. No, you tried to kill me, attempted murder, and you're gonna pay for it. And they know who I'm talking about. You can sit here and pretend like you ain't had nothing to do with all you want to. Y'all are going to pay for it. You cannot do that level of evil, want somebody out your life, somebody off the face of the earth because you're jealous of them. It's plenty of people I did not like, but you don't see me go trying to set them up and ruin their lives. But it sure came for me. They came for me, boy. And they didn't let up. It felt like I dealt with this shit my whole life. And yes, I do curse from time to time on this channel. So, look, like I said, I'm not God. I'm not Jesus. I'm just a man who trying to provide for his family. I was just trying to help people at one point. People took my kindness for weakness. And people was like, oh, you're chosen by God. And then when people say you feel like you're chosen by God, they figure you're supposed to be perfect. They figure you can't do no wrong. You can't even sneeze wrong. Either you gutter, swing that pendulum, you got to be perfect. You got to be choir boy. You got to be preacher. You got to be deacon. You got to be all that. And I'm like, no, I am not a preacher. I'm not a deacon. I'm not God. I'm not Jesus. None of that. I am a man trying to survive. I'm a man trying to take care of his family. I am a man who's trying to do what everybody else is doing and want people to leave him the hell alone. I don't give a damn if you don't like me. Leave me alone. There's plenty of people I don't like. I don't harass them. I don't keep talking about them. I'm not trying to set them up and destiny swap. I don't sell people out who I say I'm supposed to love and care about. I've been around my whole life a whole bunch of hypocrites and walking contradictions. I gave people grace. God gave people grace. But it is what it is, And back to the conversation, dealing with breaking the generational curse of my bloodline. Like I said, I'm from Memphis, Tennessee, born in middle class. Well, I was born in working class. Even when I was born, we wasn't in the hood like that. Now my mama and papa, my mama then was in the projects. When I was born, they was in the projects, but by the time I was old enough to understand what was going on, I was 5 years old, and by that time, my mother met my stepfather, and he moved us to the middle class. So I grew up middle class. I didn't know nothing about poverty. I didn't know nothing about none of that stuff. I've heard folks talking about something. Oh, you came from poverty. You came from nothing. Who told you that? I came from middle class. I came from middle class. How you gonna tell me where I came from? Delusional, insane. Woo, came from middle class. But inside my household, they was throwed off. My folks were throwed off, man. I dealt with some master living. Then talking about, oh, you don't know game. Oh, I know a lot of game. I was trained by the best. Don't let the smile fool you. I know game. I know the streets because I had to deal with South Memphis with my auntie from time to time. Because my folks used to drop us off over to her house when they didn't want to deal with us on the weekend. The babysit. Got jumped over there twice as a child. I learned real quick it's two worlds that black folks lived in. Oh, on the hood side, oh, you in my territory, so we gonna jump you because you new over here. Or we don't know who you are. I've dealt with them hyenas. I know how they think. That's what made me have a real anger towards them. I experienced that shit as a child. I ain't did nothing to you, and you gonna attack me like I said her and murder your mama or daddy or brother and sister. Because I'm a new face. I bet if I was white or Asian, your ass wouldn't have done that shit. Then come back in the middle class, beautiful environment, but parents ain't shit. Steph Father don't give a damn about you. Damn Barzalaz's father don't give a damn about you. Never fought for you. At least at the end of the day, most times people say, well, I had my mama, I had my grandmama and them. They ain't give a damn about me. Your own damn mammy don't care nothing about you. What they tell you? People out here making up lies, stories about my life, taking stuff about my life. Think I don't, because you ain't saying my name, then you think I don't know you talking about me? I know my life story. I lived it. I know. Still trying to stalk me, sending people my way, trying to stalk me, send people, man, dude. Gang. These people try to take my finances. These people try to ruin my life. Try to ruin my life. I'm just trying to live my life like everybody else and trying to ruin my life. And got mad because, well, we can't control you, so you ain't gonna have none of you bullshit. Who the hell you people think you are? I'm a grown ass man. How you gonna tell me what now I have no problem following anybody if they're about progress. I've been following folks since I was a child, and a lot of times people let me down because what? When I needed shit done, they wouldn't do it. That's what made me get to the point where if I'm gonna get it done, it's up to me. Then they get mad when they can't have a piece of the pie. They get mad because they can't have a piece of the pie. And they can't use and abuse you at the same time. And you tell them folks go to hell on somewhere. You tell them to go to hell on somewhere. You're just trying to use me. You don't care nothing about me. You're just trying to use me. You think I'm stupid? I know what you're doing. Then they get mad because you peep their game and then go out there and put a smear campaign on you because I'm trying to beat you to the punch. Beat me to the punch of what? I don't think like you. That's why I'm so great. I don't go around. When I'm through with a situation, I'm done with the situation. I don't go out there and put a smear campaign out to the whole damn world's a whole bunch of lies because I don't like you. You won't listen to me, so I'm gonna go to the enemy side because you won't listen to nobody and you're cowards. Why would I listen to cowards for and you leave me by myself? Why would I listen to cowards? You play around all damn day. I need stuff done. You won't do it. Then you get mad because I'm not stuck. It's like, oh, well, he without our help, he gonna be stuck. Bullshit. I'm already prepared for that. I told you I've upgraded. Whether you want to accept that or not. See, I'm blinking my eyes. Shit. And you wonder why I got to be in a leadership role or try to do something. And then when you in a leadership role, there ain't no balance. These people expect you to work, and never have fun. I'm like, dude, when it's time for me to take a break, I'm taking a break. I'm a grown man. Okay? I'm going to take a break like everybody else does. Before you go around and play all damn day, and then get mad because somebody peep your game. How you going to be jealous of somebody that did something, then try to destiny swap or sell you out because I won't listen to you because you're a coward? Side with the enemy. You can't stand up for me, but you're going to side with the enemy who's trying to stop me. Get that to make sense. You think I don't know? I know. I'm not stupid. Whatever y'all doing behind my back, it will come to an end. It's because since y'all ain't got common sense to stop on your own, it's going to come to an end. I don't know what it takes. Somebody getting murdered. What I don't know what it's going to take. Somebody just can't stop. And you wonder why would I listen to somebody and you're mentally ill upstairs? You can't leave me alone. You say you can't stand me, but you can't stop watching me. You can't stop talking about me. Come on now. I didn't ask for none of this stuff, man. I'm just a man trying to survive, trying to make it. Like everybody else. I'm a man trying to make it. I realize on certain stuff, I realized when I was younger, I didn't get the validation and attention I needed from my parents. And I wish I did. So I spent my whole life trying to achieve greatness that I thought if I was winning, I would receive some kind of love. Find out, those folks could care less. And that really hurt. I spent most of my life trying to impress people I shouldn't have been trying to impress. I spent most of my life trying to get people to like me. And I didn't understand. And people like, well, you're a divergent, Fred. You're a divergent. How many kids grow up in a household? Let's say you're in a clover patch. You're a 4-leaf clover, which is very rare in a clover patch. I wasn't around clovers. I was around weeds, but I was a 4-leaf clover around weeds. You get what I'm saying? When you're born in a family that you're totally opposite from, people looking at you like you're an alien. And I'm somebody like, dude, I wanted to be great. And I thought by me doing what I was doing, acting, modeling, playing football, sports, entertainment, my whole life, showing what my worth is, that I get that same love and attention. I've seen a lot of people. I found out behind the scene, a lot of this stuff be fake, man. At that time, I didn't understand it. I had to learn that. I learned it the hard way, and it hurt like hell. I remember when I was 12 years old, me and my stepfather, we used to cut grass. See, people don't know nothing about that. They're going to try to tell me about my story. But you trying to be me. There's a lot of pain go with this. I know I smile. There's a lot of crying, a lot of tears with this. People trying to say, I want to be like you. You got to go through all my pain. Nobody likes you growing up. You get an adult, nobody still don't like you. No matter what you achieve. Can you do that? Can you go through that? You know, you might want to think twice for next time when you say I want to be like somebody, you got to go through their pain to get to the treasure. You got to go through that pain. And it's a lonely road. Very lonely. I remember as a kid, I was saying, hey, I want to be like the celebrities. You know, I'm seeing them on the magazine, TV. People look like they love them. Scream, yell up autographs. I wanted that, but I didn't know the price of it. I didn't know the price. I didn't. All I saw was the glitz and glamour. And every now and then I might see them, you know, having maybe a little scandal here and there, but it goes away. But not the depth of, I didn't understand the root of what they had to go through to be at that level. And once I realized that, it was like, man, look. I may have to scale it down a little bit, man, because I can't. I've been through enough, man. I can't keep this stuff up, man. I'm tired. Lifing. I'm tired, man. You know, it's like, you know. Anyway, just back to my story, man. Like I said, me and my stepfather, we cut grass when I was 12. And when I was going into my 8th grade year, we cut grass all summer long. We did about 4 or 5 yards every other weekend, something like that. And I remember 8th grade, I was going to football practice. So that summer I was going, and I remember my coach. Shout out to the Coach Larry, Coach Troy. You know, rest his soul. You know, rest in peace, Coach Troy. At the time, it was Coach Buchanan and Coach Gord. Salute to y'all, every single one of my coaches from my high school. Coach Frank, I didn't. He was the basketball coach, but everybody know Coach Frankie from Memphis. Went to Kirby High. Y'all know Coach Frank, Coach Larry. And salute to him. Salute to everybody, all the coaches at Kirby. And the coaches at Oak Haven as well. He said if you go to summer practice, if you come to summer practices, you automatically be on the team. So that's what I did. I went to summer practices. And I started as a freshman in high school. So I played football all the way from my freshman year to senior year. Played all 4 years. And my folks did the bare minimum for me. I'm talking about people like, man, why are you so forward progressive? Why are you so aggressive? Why are you so, I've calmed down compared to what I used to be 5 years ago. I'm nowhere near that guy no more. I'm more patient. I'm more calm. I understand how if you want things long term, you have to sacrifice more and you have to be more patient. I had to learn, and I learned it the hard way because things was just not going fast enough for me. And I kept wondering because it was certain steps that I needed to learn. There were certain things that I had to understand because I was never taught long-term success. All I knew was short-term success. So when you have parents who do the bare minimum, even though I was in a middle-class neighborhood, and they be like, well, at least they had you in middle-class neighborhood. I grew up, I said, dude, yes, I'm grateful that they did do that. But more was required, and they did the bare minimum to make sure your children go to the next level and have it easier, because once they step out that door, they're gonna catch hell out of high school. Whether they go to the military, whether they go to college, or just have a regular job, life finna come at them full throttle, and they ain't gonna let up. You supposed to put your child in every advantage they can for they can succeed, and they did not do that. In fact, they went against me. If I went outside a little box that they set for me, they want to argue, they want to fuss, they want to fight, it was ridiculous, man. It was ridiculous. Instead of going above and beyond for your kids, make sure, but see, now they didn't want me to do better than them because they thought they was God. There's only one God. You got two types of people I was around. Broken people wanting to play God. Or people in position to help you. If you ain't part of their little group, if you ain't part of their little inner circle, I ain't gonna help you. Cause we got all the resources over here. We got all the influence. We God. So if you God and the broken people are God, so what are we going to church for? That's what I asked myself. What are we going to church for? If you God and you God. All these gods around here. What are we going? Oh, you're pretending to believe in them. Oh, okay. That's what it is. You're pretending. What are we going to a big old church to fellowship and say we're here to believe in this higher power? You fill in the blank. That's what I got persecuted for. Because I actually believe in the Most High. Because he was the only one I ever leaned on. Because nobody didn't want to support me. They saw me move. They saw me doing my thing. And they didn't care. They want to wait at the finish line when everything's done, when I've done all the heavy lifting, when I've done all the work. The worst thing to do is go through all that. It's one thing being at the finish line, they honoring you. It's another thing is that I'm at the finish line and folks still don't want to honor you. Ooh. You sat up here and went through all this stuff. People know you're the winner. A million times over. Don't want to celebrate you because they're too busy trying to go against you. But celebrate everybody else, though. Act like you don't exist. I exist. And I ain't going nowhere. No time soon. Woo! So, I'm not hooked on phonics. I can accept things. Some people can't accept a lot of stuff. It took me most of my life to accept the fact, man, my folks didn't never care nothing about me. People I grew up with never cared nothing about me. You know, it took me a long time to accept. But once I accepted it, I accepted it. And I can move forward. And people are like, man, you like, yeah, because I've been alone my whole life. Tell me my wife, of course. And even with her, I still had my struggles. So I keep telling people, man, you think you know people, you don't know people. You only know what they tell you. You only know what they show you. You don't fully know people from the root. Hell, there's some people I thought I knew and found out I didn't know them at all. So all I'm saying is, man, look. Breaking my generational curse of my family, being the first one in my family to make it big in the acting world. Now, some people in my family, they have, they became, police officers. They got their degrees and stuff. Some are well accomplished, but they never made it at the height where I'm on TV. I'm on everybody's big screen. You just watch me now on the big screen. They're like, well, your YouTube, you could just casual. I'm like, no, we're not talking about YouTube. Everybody's on YouTube. Everybody's not on a streaming platform like Amazon Prime, Peacock. That's what I'm talking about. Tubi, Netflix. I ain't on Netflix. Well, it might be on Netflix. I don't know. Eventually, I'm gonna get on Netflix. But from Amazon all to down to Tubi, Peacock, Faust, you can see this pretty face. This is an actor who's been in production, acting workshop. I'm actually in a movie. You cannot do YouTube and think and say, oh, I'm a movie, or do an AI and say, oh, I'm in a movie. No. That's not a movie. You're not an actor. That's not acting. Stop being delusional. It's like me saying I'm a, like, once again, it's like me saying I don't know. I'm a dentist and I ain't been to dental school. I'm a doctor and like I said, I ain't took the bar. It just, I'm a military man, but I ain't never been to boot camp. Come on, man. It just, but yeah, and also that's all I've been concerned about was my acting career. Finally my dream has came true. The money revenue, it comes in very slowly, but point is about it is my dream has came true. All I have to do is maintain, sustain it, and keep growing from that. Got my own coffee business. And I got some other things lined up as well that eventually I will show you guys on down the road. But I'm the first one in my family ever to do what I have done. I've done bodybuilding for 10 years, and I went to the nationals. I'm 19 out of 25 in the country. Now, regardless what you think about my physique, I didn't have no dad bod. It was a powerlifting body. Now, true enough, yes, I agree with you. I should have cut down more. I should have been in the cutting phase. But for what I experienced for the past decade in Memphis and all over the world of criticism, one trying to critique me, I know the difference between critique and criticism. These people was trying to break me in on all ends. And you think that shit wasn't going to come back on you? You thought I was regular, didn't you? I told you don't know people. You think you do. Thought I was regular. Like, this is easy, man. This they take candy from baby. Oh, really? Then why am I still here then? If I was so easy. See? Oh, I got that side of me you don't want to see. Trust me. You smiling too much. What, I supposed to walk around frowning all damn day? I have my moments. I'm frustrated and stuff, but I try my best to snap out of it. I'm going to attack you because you smiling too much. You got it too easy. Who said I had it easy? Did anybody come and ask me that I had it easy? Did anybody come and ask? No. You're going to pay for that. For attacking me, who everybody's involved that took money, bribe money, whatever, hush money, you're going to pay. Attempted murder? Ain't no hate them. You cannot hate somebody that much you want to murder them because you're jealous. You trying to be me, but don't want to go through the pain I went through to be who I am. It's a connection. The pain. You got to take all this work. You got to take this pain. See, y'all don't want to go through that pain. You just want the benefits. Somehow you don't deserve. How you going to tell me what I deserve? Are you me? Have you been through what I've been through? No. They don't want to try to gaslight you, talking about you a hot head, you won't listen to nobody. Because I tell you, go screw off somewhere, go to hell on somewhere because you think you just want to use me anyway. And I peeped it. I told you I know game. I know when somebody want to come and help me and somebody trying to use me. It's a difference. It's a big difference. They're going on with that bullshit, man. Going on with all that. The people out here are unbelievable, man. Don't want to take accountability. Try to kill me, but it backfired. Now nobody want to take accountability. Now everybody want to cover everything up like ain't shit never happened. Now you're going to pay for that. Because I could have been dead if it wasn't for God. These people would not let up. They would not. They hacked my account, tried to take all my resources. I worked my ass off. I put video after video on Facebook, on Instagram. They tried to take my resources, take my energy. People knew they hacked my account because they sold me out. They know the secrets and wouldn't say nothing. Of course, they ain't going to say nothing. They the target. They traded on you. Oh, okay. And you think you ain't going to pay for that? But you care about me. Wouldn't defend me when I needed you. Then go behind my back, get with an enemy who trying to stop me, and help him stop you. Help him try to stop me. Hope they paid you a lot of money to do that. Hope they paid you a lot of money. But you want to be me, though. Without the pain. I walk in pain every day. That's the truth. It hurts. It hurts, man. You spend your whole life, 80% of your life in pain. But people don't want to reward you for that pain, compensate for that pain. Want to give you the bare minimum reward, like, oh, so on, so. No. I want a statue. I want a parade in front of every enemy, in front of everybody. And I'm a smile. Damn it, I earned that shit. Gave it to the community for 20 years. People talking about somebody you don't deserve, I deserve. You ain't did shit to deserve nothing. You just not doing something within 5 years, maybe 10 years. I've been doing shit since I was 12. Getting overlooked, undermined, disrespected. All I got is ridicule. Whole damn life. When you do finally get a award, you get the bare minimum. Now I want a statue, I want a parade. Private jet, all that. I earned that shit. And you know I earned it. I want to be like you, but don't want my pain. Yeah. I broke the generational curse. First person in my family. Because both sides of my family screwed up. Both sides. users, abusers, incest. All that went on. All that went on. I ain't saying from everybody, but it was a lot of them. Manipulation, lies, unnecessary drama. Somebody did some kind of voodoo, hoodoo for my grandparents, whoever, and cursed our bloodline. And I finally broke it. That's why it took me so hard, why it was so hard for me to, every time I go around my family, I always felt uneasy, like they hiding something. I try to talk serious talk. They never want to talk serious talk. Everything's a damn joke. And people wonder, why are you so serious? If I wasn't serious like this, I would not be alive today. I would not be alive today if I wasn't serious. You think I don't want to live my life and have fun and go to Hawaii? I'm not saying I can't do that now, but when your childhood shapes you as you get older and you become an adult, as much as you, it's even by me thinking long term now, my work ethics haven't went nowhere. In fact, it got enhanced. So your childhood shapes your future. You can have some changes here and there. I'm not saying people can't change, but that foundation is there. That foundation is there, man. You know, I unless you just completely rebel against it, I mean, 80% of the time it ain't going nowhere. And like I said, I have upgraded. I no longer don't trying to figure out who I am. I know who I am. Like I said, these people want to keep me in a never-ending cycle. They hacked my account. They hacked my energy. I thought I had deactivated, and I thought I had ended that old page. Found out I left something open I didn't know because I wasn't tech savvy then, but I'm tech savvy now. I know what's up. And they've been having a field day with lies behind my back for at least 5 years, maybe 7 years. They've been having a field day. Ain't nobody said nothing. Ain't nobody asked me no question, nothing. It's just like, how can y'all sit up here and do a human being like that and saying you good citizens? How can y'all sit here and try to ruin somebody's life to the ends of the earth? What gives you the right to have make somebody who wasn't a problem to you, make them a problem, lie? You don't want to take accountability and try to put a Fed charge on them? Yeah, I know about it. A Fed charge? Sex trafficking. With no evidence. You sat up here, tried to stop me from achieving my goals, first in bodybuilding, or access to more resources. Then, when I won that, you so much a sore loser, you're going to sit up here, keep this crap going. People sold me out, who's supposed to have been on my side to help me. To go, now you're going against me, which you never was on my side, you was an opportunist. Because what I said to you was not that bad. What I said to you did not hurt your feelings that way. You weren't on my side from the word go if you could just switch like that. But people wonder why I'm so serious. I don't trust people. I don't trust nobody. I usually have a little hope in humanity. I have no hope in humanity whatsoever. I don't trust nobody. People showed me who they were. People showed me who they were. Man, am I walking around paranoid? No, I'm not walking around paranoid, but I know at the end of the day, people going to do what's best for them, even if it got to sell you out. No pride, no dignity, no integrity. A whole bunch of pretending around here. Okay. I see what time it is. Smiling in your face and stabbing you in the back. But I supposed to trust people, huh? With that kind of trust, who who need enemies? Yeah, daddy. But something mentally wrong with me though. You projected who you are onto me because you know I ain't had backup except for God. But in physical, you thought I was by myself, so you'll put all the blame on me where you could try to be me. That's a joke. Woo! But you know what, man? People trip out here, man. People trip. They're real trip. They so weak and want power and control so bad to the point they're willing to throw people under the bus to get it. The jealousy, the envy. Making excuses. There ain't no excuse when you try to ruin somebody's life out of jealousy and envy of something that you didn't do. You chose not to work. You chose not to go the extra miles, and you want to punish somebody for being great. Punish someone for being great. Don't understand it. They backwards thinking. I think forward, I don't think backwards. Can't afford to. Even if I want to. Can't afford to. But I did it. I achieved my goals. All I got to do is just maintain and just keep on growing. But the foundation is set. It's nothing but up from here. I have achieved everything I wanted in my life up to this point, even if it's short term. I have achieved everything because I was meant to be great. I was meant to achieve things. Real simple. It's too much going on in the world this day and time, dealing with the weather, Trump and the tariffs, the government with food stamps, dealing with people with their food stamps, cutting back food. And I agree with them, because people been sitting on their tail for 20, 30 years bragging online about food stamps that they didn't even earn. We getting punished paying for them and their family, and they ain't even trying to work, and we taxpayers. I can't give no more. And I agree with him cutting them. I agree with him. I agree with that political view. Some of the other stuff is extreme. I don't agree with, but that right there I do agree with. So there's a lot of stuff I learned over the past 5 years that I didn't know at this particular time, but I do now. I have upgraded. I have evolved. I no longer be concerned about things that I have no control over. I'm no longer concerned about things that I'm worried about me and mine. That's all I care about. If I can help somebody, I can help somebody, but I'll never give my all again. I never do that again. I was desperate 10 years ago doing that type of stuff. I was desperate because I wanted to figure things out, try to figure things out, didn't realize certain things, didn't realize time and patience is more required. I wasn't tech savvy, so it was a lot of stuff I still needed to learn, but I have learned them now and I'm ready. So I have evolved, went to the next level, about to go to another level. So I'm just, I'm excited, about the future. It's been a long time coming for me. It really has been. It's been my whole life. I think about it. I reflect daily because I've been through hell and back, y'all. I've been through hell, literally hell and back. I'm not joking. I've been hell and back, and I'm tired. Folks just will not stop. It's better now, but damn, man. I never in my life thought people would go this far to want to see somebody gone because what I said or because I actually believe in God and all this other stuff that people be talking about and claiming they are, and they ain't so fucking hypocrites. Picking and choosing what suits you. A walking contradiction. And punish somebody who actually believes in the Most High and want to be great for society and want to punish you. Dim your light. You doing too much. Who are you? Tell me what I'm doing. You ain't doing enough. Ladies and gentlemen, this video, this is pretty much all I have to say about the manners of breaking my generational curse in my family, man. You know, like I said, I've been to hell and back. That's all I gotta say. I catch y'all on the next video whenever I decide to make it. Because like I said, you know, my family comes first and what I need to do about my next moves. And, you know, got some more movies coming up real soon. And some should be coming on streaming platform as well, you know. I got some in the community posts on my page, so you go check them out. Those who are my new subscribers and those who are my old subscribers, you know, go check them out if you haven't seen the movies yet that I'm in. A real actor in real life with a production company, a few production companies, you know. But right now, as you talking, I'm talking Fred Hurt in real life. This is me in real life. Nobody else. Not no character, real life. So stay tuned. I get back with y'all guys, you know, whenever I, you know, get the urge to get back on YouTube, and I'll update you guys then. So salute to you. Peace. Love. Y'all be safe out there.